Just listen to this as I get ready. Thank you. There's a story with a song, so just flow with me right now. We're just gonna flow for a minute. Hello, Amanda. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Robin. We're just flowing for a second. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Just let down your hair, get a little loose, and just connect with that flow, that energy that we are going to stir up today. So as everyone tunes in, hello Erica, hello Amanda. Hopefully you guys can hear the music okay. Welcome everyone. So I'll just give you a quick story of why I was just playing music just now. One of my releases, one of my ways that I can connect with my higher self, with my grounding, with the multi-dimensions is through dance. I was a ballet dancer for over 17 years and then I broke my back, so I had to stop dancing, but I eventually got into other smaller things, and then just recently over the last few months I've been just deciding I'm just gonna dance at home. Nobody can see me here. I can just be as silly, as crazy, as beautiful as I need to be in my home, just dancing and letting that energy flow, and letting that energy, that movement shift and create things, right? When we want to create, creating is movement. So if we're stagnant in our bodies, that manifestations, all of those things, they remain stagnant. So when we flow, our energy flows, and it's just beautiful. So anyway, I've been dancing more, and I'm recently like obsessed with Rising Appalachia, and there's this, I just listened to it on our Alexa, and there's a song that keeps coming up and I just love it, and I just kept dancing to it, And yes, it's such a beautiful expression. Hey, Whitney. And so the song just kept coming on. And I was just, oh, I love it. I was just flowing so nicely with it right before I got on with you guys today. And I'm like, oh, what is the name of the song? What is the name of the song? I need to look it up. And so I just looked it up real quick, and it is Soul Visions is the name of the song that I just played for you. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. What a perfect way for us to go deep into some past lives, deep into our soul purpose, deep into some soul visions, then with a song called Soul Visions. So welcome. Welcome to day 2 of our 3-day workshop. I'm so excited for you guys to be here again. Yesterday we had so much fun. I had some amazing private messages from you guys yesterday to share your stories about the meditation. So thank you for sharing that with me. If you reached out to me privately, I heard some amazing, beautiful, beautiful experiences. So before we get going, I want to remind you guys of the contest. So tomorrow is the end of our 3-day workshop. And so yesterday, today, and tomorrow you have a chance to win a big, amazing prize that will be announced in tomorrow's live. So in order to be entered into this contest, every single one of your comments count, every single one of your shares count, all of these things to get you interactive in this experience will make your chance of winning bigger. So just so you know. Welcome. How are you? If you joined me yesterday, how did you sleep last night? Did you have some crazy dreams? When we get really deep into this soul awakening, we can kind of start to really activate a lot of memories. A lot of energetic shifting can happen. So that can show up in so many ways. Having intense, amazing, prophetic, memorable dreams is one of those things. Hello, Jay. Welcome, welcome. So if you guys had any crazy dreams last night, totally normal, but super exciting. That means things are shifting. If you didn't, that's okay too. We're going to keep going deeper. So expect maybe some crazy dreams tonight or tomorrow or in the coming days or weeks. So today's topic, oh, let me see. Erica definitely had major dreams, but don't remember about what, but otherwise slept good. I had some very crazy dreams last night too, and it's weird because I only remember like tiny pieces of them, but I don't remember the rest of it. So I'm a little bit with you, Erica, as I had major dreams but don't really remember too much of them, but I know they were just like really weird, but all good stuff. So today's topic is the present. Yesterday we talked a lot about the past, and today we're talking about how the past can really affect our present lives. There's so many layers about this. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, but we're going to go even deeper into it today. At the end of our live, or near the ending of our live, we're going to go into a guided meditation, and I will take you into one of your past lives. Let me read this from Amanda. Don't remember my dream last night, but I was talking a lot and found myself at the opposite end of the bed. Oh goodness, you're all over the place then. So yes, we're going to do another guided meditation today. This time we're going to go into one of your past lives. We're going to do a little bit of trauma work, some trauma healing. However, since this is just a short time together, and trauma healing can be pretty intense, we're going to be very gentle with it. So we're not going to go into anything that's just going to knock your socks off. We're going to be really gentle. I'm just giving you guys a taste of what you can experience through past life regression, and not just kind of leave you hanging with this awakened trauma, if that makes sense. So we're going to go really gentle into it. We're going to go into one of your past lives, and we're going to go into some traumas, but into some gentle, soft, little things that that we can in this moment deal with. And what you can deal with is going to be totally different than what the next person can deal with. So it's all about you feeling into your own body and your own readiness to tap into that. So we'll go deeper into that in a little bit. How are you guys doing? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Amanda, am I forgetting something? I think we're good. So who was with me yesterday? I know a lot of you here were. Jay is new. I don't think he tuned in yesterday. Welcome, Jay. Yes, Robin. I know Amanda was. I know Erica was. I know Whitney. Sue, yes. So excited. Yay. I'm so excited to have you guys back. Okay, good. Thank you, Amanda. So today, again, we're going to be talking all about how our past lives can affect our current lives. Yes, you, Amanda. Welcome, welcome again. And this can be, there's, again, so many layers. It can be really beautiful if we know how to alchemize it in the right ways. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a story. When I was about 15 or 16, I was sitting with my mom on her bed, and we were just talking like normal parent and child talk, I guess. And one of her past lives just kind of came to me, and I was like, oh, you were a Aztec princess in Mexico. And she's like, oh, that's so cool. And she said that she remembered seeing an old National Geographic about Mexico or something, and it like really stuck out to her when she was little. And then that was just kind of it. And it didn't, like, we were living in Vermont. My dad was deep in the military. Like, there was no, I mean, that was our life. It was in the cold in Vermont. Mexico was not a part of it whatsoever. So anyway, fast forward to today. I'm not going to do the math, but many years later, my mom is now 12 years been living in Mexico. She has been studying with shamans one-on-one for many, many years. She's been relearning a lot of Mayan cultures and magic because of her connections with the people that she, like the Mayans and the Aztecs that she's been connecting with. They have been releasing stories and magic that is not typically expressed or shared with the white people. But she has this really amazing connection with them. And now 12 years she's been living there. She's been awakening this old, ancient Mayan magic. She does retreats there now. Like, she's completely found her purpose. And she's absolutely in heaven. She loves it so much. And it's really interesting how she had this very important past life in Mexico as a princess or a priestess or something of very high power. And it had to have been such a powerful and positive life for her that it pulled her back yet again. And she's in Mexico now over a decade. She is so amazing, Amanda. She's come into our group a few times and taught some of the magic and the stories, and I'm telling you, the things that she has experienced, not just heard, but she's experiencing all of these things like one-on-one. And I've been there for several of the things, and I've experienced several of them myself. I will tell you, you have to have an open mind because they are mind-blowing. It's things that you will not experience in day-to-day life, especially in the US, where supernatural stuff is very kind of like closed off. It's not really a part of our culture, really. Whereas in Mayan culture and many other cultures around the world, it's still a very awake part of their cultures and part of their reality. So different spirits, different entities, different elemental beings are very much alive. And I tell you this, I have seen them like firsthand. My mom has had countless stories with these beings, with these entities, with these creatures, and she is just absolutely living her best life. Yes, she does retreats. She brings people to share all of these experiences with them too. But it's amazing. And it's one of those things where when you have a past life that's so profound, so important to you, that you connected with so deeply, it's that soul journey that we talked about a little bit yesterday. Yes, Sue. Oh, that's right. You're going to a plant magic retreat this weekend with her. Oh, that's going to be so fun. Are you guys leaving tonight, or is that tomorrow? I think maybe tomorrow, right? Sorry, let me catch up on some of these comments or I'll miss them all because I can't scroll back down. That's so amazing to have a parent that understands what you also experience. It really is. I'm so blessed. My mom was not a big believer until she experienced something for herself, and both my brother and I explained it to her, and she was taken aback that this was something both her children experienced through their life. She was a skeptic. Amanda, that's amazing. And to be honest, my mom was not the most open when I was growing up. A little bit. Again, I told you yesterday, she did have her own abilities, and her mother also had different abilities. So she helped me kind of step into that when I was little. However, she still grew up in the box that Christian religion tends to put people in. And it did form her for a little while, and she did kind of dismiss a lot of things. But it was about 12, right when she moved to Mexico, actually. So it was about, maybe a little bit before that. Anyway, more or less 12 years ago, she really just exploded out of this box. She's been re-tapping into all of the gifts that she had when she was younger, and she's been developing immensely more wonderful gifts, as well as really being able to take down that shield that we tend to put up over our eyes, and has been just seeing all the magic in the world, and it's amazing. Sue, you're leaving Saturday morning. Oh, how fun. So yes, she's doing a retreat this weekend. Sue, who is here in our group, is going on the retreat with her. They're going to go spend a night with their shaman friend and do some herbal medicine magic. So that will be amazing. That'll be so much fun. What was I going to say? I had a story I was going to tell you. Oh, we're kind of going off topic. Hold on. Should I? No, I'm going to save it. I'm not going to tell it. It's too far off topic. I could go on and on and on. Amanda knows. It's just, this topic will send me off for hours and hours and hours. All the magic and supernatural and amazing things. So, by awakening this past life, this soul journey that we have, by re-stepping into it, we can awaken our gifts. We can really tap into who we are and step into that purpose of who we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to become, and what we're supposed to do. So continuing with my mom as an example, she's helping people all over the world, not just in stepping into their power and awakening the magic again within them, she's also reawakening or helping to reawaken the lost stories of Mayan and Aztec cultures. And there's something really, really profound in that. So there's just, it is an absolutely huge topic that we could just go on and on and on forever about. But it's one of those examples when you have a soul journey, and it doesn't mean every single life she's going to move to Mexico, or live in Mexico or anything like that. But it does mean there will be, for sure, more than one lifetime where she will be there or have some type of that connection. So a lot of times when we're really drawn to a place, a location, even if you've never been there before, even if you don't even know it's out there, but you just kind of like, oh, my soul needs like tall mountains and only pine trees as far as the eye can see, and cold river systems or something, and you know it's out there, but you've never been there before. Maybe you've never seen it, but you know it's there. That's when your soul is like, I want to go home. It's when you've lived in a place before in another lifetime and it's calling you back. And when that land calls you back, when that story calls you back, it's because your time there was profound. So, for example, if you had a past life where you were really hurt and there was a lot of trauma, a lot of pain tied to it, you're likely not going to be drawn back to that land or to that place. Whereas if you have a lifetime where you were super successful, maybe you were a king or a queen, or maybe you touched hundreds of people's lives or healed thousands of people or whatever it is, and you were in your soul journey in that lifetime at the best, biggest part of you, that place will call you back. And if you get the chance to go back to that, there's something really magical in being able to step back into that soul journey and continue it. So the journey, again, it's not really linear. It kind of curves and sways and moves and flows. But when we can step on that path, it will continue us down, and it's a beautiful, amazing experience to step back onto that. Let me read a couple of these. Amanda, she also mothered a woman that is aiding others in their journey too. The draw to a place is real. Yes, it is. Whitney, I have that urgent feeling about a couple different places. Which places are you feeling the urgent need to go to? For me, England or the UK, actually Scotland too, which we're heading up to, was my place. And Norway is another one, and I got to Norway. I did go to Norway. We went in April of 2018, and it was just like going home. It was the most amazing experience ever. But I knew being there that that's not where I had to live in this lifetime. Like, it was beautiful to go and experience, and I will 100% go again. My great grandfather was from Norway, so revisiting that ancestral land is really important to me, as well as my past life lands. But here in the UK, which is where we have been living for the last couple years, is really where my soul journey is, and my soul home. And it's been absolutely beautiful. Barbados, there you go. Jay, you'll love Scotland. We do. We loved Scotland. We've been a couple times. We're going to go up again for Aiden's birthday in March, and then my mom is coming in April, and we're going to take her up there as well. So we'll spend lots of time up in Scotland. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So I'm way off my notes today. That's okay. We're going with the flow today, right? It's all about the flow today. Erica, I've never felt the pull. I've had no interest or need to live anywhere but Vermont. that's totally fine too. That might just be where your soul journey is, and so you won't have that need to go somewhere else because your need is to be there. And Vermont is a beautiful place to need to be. Those mountains and the snow and just all of it. I love Vermont. I didn't know you lived in Vermont. It's amazing. It's where I grew up. Ireland, yes. Ireland is a big one for me too. I also see a past life in a village many centuries ago, but I don't know quite where it is. Well, we'll definitely find some clarity on all sorts of stuff. I'm really excited. So let me see if I can try to get back on track a tiny bit. Okay, so we know the importance of tapping into a past life and what that can do for our life today, not only in the positive ways of re-stepping into our soul journey or our soul path or reconnecting with soul connections, but also it really helps us to connect on past lives to heal from different traumas. This is a huge one, and typically when you Google search past life regression, it almost always has to do with healing and clearing past life trauma. Yes, it is. I'm in Pulteney, grew up in East Wallingford. I've never heard of those places. I grew up in Underhill. It sounds like a place from Lord of the Rings. It was pretty close to Burlington. It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. Carrie, welcome. Welcome, welcome. So yes, a lot of the importance of tapping into the past lives is to tap into the trauma that we've been through and to heal that. Now, a lot of people can ask, why? Why would I remember a pain from another life when it can't affect me today? Well, it can, and it most likely does really affect who you are today. We carry that trauma in our DNA, in our energetic blueprint. If you've ever done any type of ancestral work, that's healing ancestral lines, lineages of pains, of traumas. The witch wound is a huge one. What that means is if you're in this lifetime, great grandmother was hung or burned in Salem as a witch, that pain that happened in that family line would have been passed down in the physical DNA. And this has been proved by science that all of these memories get passed down into our DNA, all the way down our lineage, all the way down the generations. And what we can do with regression is we can clear that trauma, and not only does it clear it for ourselves, it then clears it for our children. So the exact same thing happens in our past lives. If you have a past life where you are going through a huge trauma, that trauma gets stuck in your energetic blueprint or your energetic DNA exactly the same way it would in this lifetime in your DNA blueprint. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm missing some comments. Let me go back here quick. Amanda, I'm always pulled to my hometown. My connections with the people is strong on a cultural level. Oh, that's beautiful. Where's your hometown? Oh, you're close to Rutland, Erica. Okay, I know where Rutland is. Jay, Sweden, Norway, but to be honest, where I live in Northumberland, I love it. You've got that Viking blood then, don't ya? We're going to be up in Northumberland for the equinox and for Aiden's birthday. That'll be fun. Judy, welcome, Judy. I grew up in Spokane, Washington, and currently am living here again. I feel like I should be somewhere else. I know you do. I've been feeling that for a while. Amanda, mothers carry trauma in the womb, so it passes to their children. Yes, absolutely. And it's also carried in the DNA through either mother or father. Let's see, sorry, these comments. Let's see. My maternal grandmother has told me that she always felt something in Salem, and that's where I started my conscious awakening. That's amazing. There's, I'd be curious, Erica, have you ever done your family tree? Because my mom and I recently did our family tree, and we have direct lineage to Rebecca, Sarah, and Mary. I don't remember their last names. Their maiden last name was Town. They all three were witches that were tried in Salem, and they are our direct ancestors. And then also Thomas Putnam was our direct ancestor. So there's a lot of witch wounds and from people in New England especially. Let's see, Fort James. So want to go there to Salem. I know, I would love to go. I've never been. I lived so close and I've never been. My grandmother grew up in New York City and was told to pass as white. She was Native American. This trauma and hiding of our identity, oh my goodness, has definitely affected me. Absolutely. Oh gosh. Jay, I'll be there. Erica, I haven't, but my mom and sister and other family members have. It'll be interesting to look into, just even if you ever do your family tree, and this is kind of going off a little bit, but it really helps you to see where you came from and what different types of things that your family went through. Because whether it was as intense as the Salem witch trials, or, I mean, there's intense history throughout all of history, whether it was wars or battles, like the Battle of Culloden, or, I don't know, battles in Rome, or, I mean, there's huge mass destruction all throughout history. So it doesn't have to be specifically Salem witch trials. I mean, it's in there somewhere. And just to figure out where it's coming from can kind of help, like, pinpoint where you can really focus your healing on and focus that energy. But going even deeper with the past life regression, we'll do a past life regression session today. But that it really has the same, what's the word? Like, it's really one and the same. The past life regressions versus the lineages. It's really, you're getting basically the same exact type of trauma. It's being passed down through DNA or passed down through your energetic DNA. You still clear it the same. You still connect with it the same. It's the whole process is the same. Let me see. Who did you do it through? I did our ancestral tree through ancestry.com. Thank you, Amanda. No, I'm not. We'll be okay though. Let's see, I have 2 also that were accused but not prosecuted from what I read. That's good. I know the 3 sisters, I think one of them was actually killed, I think. And then the other 2 weren't, which is why I'm alive, because one of them was my great-great-grandmother, or however many great-grandmothers. But it was a Sarah, a Rebecca, and a Mary. Let's see. Sorry, these comments Gets so weird when I try to scroll. It is. It's so easy to get carried away in this topic. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Why is this not? Okay, let's see. My sister lives in Chittenden. I'm up near Burlington when I'm not in Mexico. My ancestors were on the Trail of Tears, oh my goodness, and were forcibly relocated from their ancestral homes in southeastern United States. Some of them are still in Oklahoma. There's a lot of Native traumas, of course, as well, especially for most people, I think, in the U.S. I think at one point or another, most Americans have some type of Native American DNA, which of course will be connected to some type of trauma like that for sure. On my dad's side, he was Sioux and Blackfoot Native. Whitney, I need to do that because I know nothing about my ancestors. Yeah, definitely. It helps to really paint a bigger picture of who we are in this lifetime. I love doing it. It's a rabbit hole. You just figure out all these beautiful, amazing things, and we figured so far that we have like 8 ancestral castles in the United Kingdom, well, in Ireland, Scotland, and England. So we're making a plan to try and visit all of them. But it's so much fun. There's so much you can go into. But just as exciting as that is, our past lives are equally as exciting, because we get to, when we do past life regression, we get to relive them in a way, and just like tapping into that person again, tapping into those memories, that land, that culture, the history, the families, the love, the power, the bravery, the creativity, all of that stuff. And it's what I love so much about it is each time you tap into one of your past lives, you just kind of feel this like awakening within you as things just kind of rise up and be like, oh yeah, I know that feeling, I know that place, I know that person, I know that history, I know that wisdom, that I know those secrets, right? And all of that stuff just kind of rises back up again, and it's so beautiful. My grandpa was stolen from the States when he was 3 and brought to Canada. Oh my goodness, that's so scary. Grace Swain and Mary Prescott, mother and daughter. Goodness. That'd be amazing to visit your ancestral castles. Hey, Misty. I know it would be. We're super excited. I love your connection to castles. I love it too. I'm so excited. There's one on Loch Lomond, I believe, and we're going to go right past there. So that's one that we'll see in April. But yeah, don't get me off topic, you guys. Let me stay on topic. I'll just go off. Okay. Let me get my notes back. Right. Well, we've kind of actually stayed on topic a little bit because I was going to talk about the witch wound, and we're already talking about Salem. So typically what the witch wound is, so we're just going to go into a little bit of specifics with trauma healing, is if, for example, as we're talking about, you had a past life as someone who's tried or killed as a witch, and not just in Salem. I mean, this was a worldwide thing. No worries, Amanda. What that witch wound is, what that trauma is that's going to show up as, let me just ask you guys this. If you are living in a time right now where people all around you are being tried or killed or tortured or all of these horrible things because They are being called a witch, which really were the midwives, the healers, the shamans, the storytellers, the dancers, the singers, the herbalists, the whatever else. What would you do? Right? What would you do? If that was happening around you, what would you do? You would hide, right? You would not shine your brightest. You would not go out picking the fresh herbs for your medicines. You would do it under the cover of darkness, or you would find ways to kind of sneak around. You wouldn't speak your truth, right? A lot of the women, especially I know in Salem, some of the women that were tried as witches were tried only because they spoke up against their husbands. So that is speaking up. That's speaking your truth. That's speaking your anything, your voice, right? So if we're having trauma around being able to speak what we need to speak, or what we need to, or what we feel we need to say, or if we have trauma around showing up, being ourselves, shining our brightest, that's going to, in this lifetime, create cycles and create blocks of shrinking away, of not really speaking your truth, of just kind of saying what people want to hear because you don't want to stir the pot, right? It makes you maybe afraid to stand up in front of somebody, maybe afraid to speak in front of somebody. That was a huge one for me. I am terrified of public speaking. That's my biggest fear in the whole wide world. And through my healing, here I am. I've been doing, these one-on-ones with people all around the world for over a year now, and it's been amazing. So when we heal through that trauma, we are able to shed that fear that has been holding us back from really stepping into our true power and really stepping into who we're supposed to be. Having an opinion was wrong. Exactly, Amanda. So in this lifetime, if you feel like you have an opinion, but you have some type of witch wound, you're going to feel like you can't speak that out, right? And a lot of us, it shows up in, like, if you hate confrontation, that will show up in there, where you don't want to say something that someone is going to disagree with. And it's not so much that, yes, of course, it's an uncomfortable situation, but where does that come from, right? That comes from something so deep where maybe you spoke up against what someone was saying and you were severely punished for it. So all of these things that happen to us in our past lives, they get stuck in our energetic blueprint, in our energy field, in our DNA, and we carry them throughout these lives. And thankfully, we can heal them as well, which is an amazing, amazing thing. I'm not just telling you you're filled with trauma and that's it. No, of course, we are going to be able to wipe a lot of this stuff clean. Whitney couldn't imagine feeling so trapped. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am the person that hugs the trees and picks the herbs and makes all. My son is there on his tablet. He's never had over-the-counter medicine in his life. I've made every single thing out of herbs for us, for my son, and just for sure, like, no doubt I would have been hung in this lifetime. Amanda, I'm so thankful for being in a time where we can be more open. Absolutely. Still so much struggle. Really come out and be 100% with all the past things holding us back. Absolutely. And that's what's so beautiful, is we do live in a time where we can be ourselves, but we do have that stuff that's holding us back, that fear, that discomfort, that low confidence, all of that stuff that really holds us back. And that's what's so beautiful, is we are safe now. We are safe to heal that stuff. We are safe to let it go. And there was a time where it was where that trauma did help us. Okay, so we didn't always live in this safe time that we live in now, obviously. But even after your lifetime, like say you were hung as a witch, and then that created traumas around speaking up or really shining your truth in another lifetime, you had to shrink away. But in that lifetime, it was still unsafe. So it still kept you safe to shrink away, to not really be yourself. In this lifetime, we don't need to do that anymore. We're allowed to shine. We're allowed to open up completely. We're allowed to go hug the trees and talk to the fairies and all of the things that we want to do. And people will call us crazy, and whatever, that's okay. They're not going to burn us at a stake anymore. We're safe. We are safe in this lifetime. And we are safe to do that healing work. We're safe to release things. Let me see. How do you know if trauma comes from a past life or a current one? I'm assuming through a lot of past life work. Yes, so there are definitely lots of traumas that start only in this lifetime. Though in my experience, and I've been doing this for a long time, I've found that almost everything still has a root in a past life. So, for example, I'll just give a super random example. For example, if you had a really bad past life where your father was so abusive, he beat you to death, and then obviously that's going to create a whole bunch of trauma, but it also creates a whole bunch of cycles. So you may be living life after life after life after life of an abusive father or an abusive husband or an abusive partner or whatever. And that cycle, though it may seem as if it's happening first in this lifetime, like you're a little kid, your dad's abusing you, yes, of course it's going to create trauma, but that can go further back. Does that make sense? So what we want to do with healing past life trauma is we want to break that cycle. We want to break those things from continuing to happen. Again, a lot of the past lives that we lived, they're like wax papers, pieces of wax paper. And when we put them all together, it makes one big us, right? But that also means that it kind of mirrors a lot of the experiences that we've been through and that we will continue to go through. So if you're going through a lot of things in this lifetime, it's very, very, very likely that you've already been through them before. The really positive thing about that is you have been through this before, which means you know what to do to get out of it, or you know what not to do to stay in it, right? And just that wisdom alone will really help with your healing journey. Through a lot of general reflection upon oneself. Yes, absolutely. Okay, that makes sense. Good. Excellent. All right. So I'm going over a little bit. So we're going to go right into our meditation. Before I go into the meditation, do you guys have any other questions? My nose itches. Let me know if you have any more questions before we go into the regression. So for this regression, oh, Amanda, there's so many, but so much has been covered. I know there are so many. Well, ask away if you have some. I'm definitely trying to cover as much as I can in such a short period. We do go over past life regression and different past life topics every week, or not every week, every month in my private group. So if you guys want more information on that, actually the link is right there. So go ahead and click on that, and that will give you access to, we go way deeper, way deeper. Every single month we go really deep into this stuff. But we have topics every week. But specifically our past life topics are once a month. Okay, so for a past life regression, I want you guys, before we get started, to set an intention. Now, please remember, we are not going into a really traumatic past life. It's too much to do in one session, all right? We're just going to go into a gentle experience. We're going to go into something that you feel like you can handle right now and clear right now. So I want you to just sit with yourself for a moment and just kind of set an intention on what it is that you want to experience in this past life regression. So what we're going to do is I'm going to guide you back a lot like we did yesterday. We're going to go back through the hallway, back through the years. We're going to enter into, instead of the astral realm like we did yesterday, this time we're going to enter into one of your many past lives. It will be a specific past life that you are feeling drawn to find answers in. Okay? I will then explain, or not explain, but I will then guide you into viewing yourself in that past life. So you'll see who you were, what you looked like, what you were wearing, where you lived, stuff like that. And then I want us to go into a gentle traumatic is kind of an oxymoron. I want you to go into a gentle experience that is affecting your life today, and your subconscious will know this, okay? But it is not so traumatic that it's just going to be too much. Like just something little. We're just easing into this. And I know your brain will not figure this out, so don't think about what that thing is. Just put your intention into what you feel you need to clear. So for example, if you are having some money blocks, maybe that's something you want to look deeper into. Where does maybe some of that root around fear of money or lack of money come from? If you are feeling like you've just been really short-tempered lately, maybe we can go into one of your past lives where anger was a real issue. If you are feeling like you, I'm trying to think of what like another easy, gentle one would be. If you feel like you can't really speak your truth, we can go into an easy, gentle past life. Now, again, I'm going to be guiding you into a gentle past life where you will be able to experience what you are ready for. Okay, so everyone's experience is going to be completely different. Let me read this, Whitney. So we are trying to set an intention to clear some part of trauma we have. Kind of, yes. I mean, definitely yes, but we're not going to go so deep into the trauma part. I just want you to go into something a little bit lighter. Or if you feel like you're ready, like, fuck yeah, let's go, I'm ready to clear some shit right now, then go for it. I mean, whatever your energy is feeling. But the point is, I want you to know that you're safe to not have to go that deep in this guided meditation. This is just a gentle experience. We're just tasting it right now, okay? We're just experiencing, tasting. Also, please know you are not reliving this experience, and this is huge when it comes to past life regression. A lot of times, especially when we are looking into some type of trauma or some type of pain, people get really scared, like, well, that was a really traumatic experience, I don't want to live that again. We're not reliving, we are reviewing, okay? So you get to watch this experience from as safe a distance as you need. So if that's face to face, that's great. If it's you standing right in that spot that that past person was, that's fine. If it's you standing a mile away and watching it through a telescope, that's perfectly safe too. Okay, whatever you need, whatever you feel is perfect. So just set your intention for kind of what you want to experience. And then I'm going to go ahead and guide you into this. Again, this is safe. This is gentle. Nothing is going to come up that will be too much for you. Okay? You guys ready? Do you have any questions before I go into that? Did any of that make sense? Okay. So go ahead and place your feet firmly on the floor. And just close your eyes with me, and we're just going to take 3 very slow, very deep breaths. Filling your lungs completely. And slowly exhale. Take another deep breath in. And slowly release. Just allowing your mind and your body to relax. Take one more very deep breath in. And slowly exhale. Just allowing your mind, your body to relax. Really allowing yourself this time and this space to connect on one of your many past lives. So in a moment, I will count from 10 down to 0. And before I do, I want you to imagine, picture, or pretend that you're standing at the top of a beautiful staircase. Take a moment and take in all the details of the staircase. And now as we begin with 10, you're taking that first step down, allowing your mind and your body to relax deeper and deeper with each and every step. With 9, we're going even deeper. 8, just relaxing even further. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Just allowing your mind and your body to relax even deeper. And as you're standing at the bottom of this beautiful staircase, you notice that you're surrounded in a brilliant white light. This white light is safety, it is peace, it is guidance, and it is healing. Allow this light to surround you. Feel it flowing over your body. Feel it filling your lungs as you breathe in. Just really allow it to completely envelop all around you as we begin this journey deeper and deeper into a life that you once lived. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine, picture, or pretend that you're standing at the end of a long hallway. Take in all the details of the walls, the floor, the lighting, the ceiling. And notice that on each wall there are all the way down the long hall, there are doors. And each door represents a year in your life, in this lifetime. And in a moment I will count again from 10 down to 0. With each number that I say, you will pass a door. Going further back, getting smaller and smaller, younger and younger, going back in years. And we begin now on your next exhale, relaxing even deeper. The deeper we relax, the clearer things become. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0. You're now standing at the far end of the hallway, and in front of you is a beautiful door, a unique door, unlike all the others that you just walked by. Radiating from the cracks of this door is a beautiful golden light, and behind this door is one of your many past lives. A past life that you instinctively know where to go to, right here and right now. One that will bring you answers that you subconsciously or consciously are searching for. So when you are ready, open the door and step in. And as you do, as you step in, you are surrounded by brilliant white. And at first you can't see anything but this white light all around you. And I want you to look down now at your feet. And your feet are no longer your feet in this lifetime. They are feet from your past life. I want you to notice how they look. Are you wearing shoes or are you barefoot? Can you tell the color of your skin? Are they big or are they small? And as you're paying attention to your feet, your gaze moves up your legs, up your body. And you can see the clothing that you are wearing. And you instinctively know which era and even which location it comes from. Pay attention to the fabric, the colors, any intricate embroidery, beads, or anything else that you might see. Just take a moment to take in all of these details. And then your gaze flows up even more, and you notice that there is now a mirror just floating right in front of your face. And you can see clearly and easily your face, your past life face, and you instantly recognize that face. And I want you to look at yourself in this mirror and notice the color of your eyes, the color of your skin, the color of your hair. Notice how old you are in this moment. And if you feel ready, you may ask yourself your name, and you will easily and quickly get an answer. And now that white light begins to fade. And as it fades, you begin to see your past life home. And it begins to come into view. And you see your front door. And if you wish, you may walk up to this door. And if you wish, you may open this door. And as you open it, your family comes out. One by one, just standing, just saying hello. Just take a moment and just remember. We're just getting a taste today. We're just getting a peek. It's reconnecting with your past family. Reconnecting with your past self. And remembering that that brilliant white light still surrounds you, protecting you, keeping you safe and keeping you calm. And now your family walks back into the house and the door closes. And just like magic, you swiftly move from place to place as you get quick glimpses of the area where you lived in this past life. And you go to important places, places that had a lot of meaning to you, places that made you happy. Perhaps they were a friend's house or a sacred place in nature. And just allow yourself to move, to flow from one place to the next. Just remembering. It feels so familiar. And right now we're just going to the places that brought us happiness. Just quickly shifting from one to the next. Flowing, moving. And now when you're ready, I'm going to count from 3 down to 0. And as I do, you're going to instinctively know a place to go. A place that is creating blockages in your life today. A place that needs a little bit of extra love and healing. An event that happened within this past life that you need to remember in order to heal. And your mind instinctively knows exactly where to go with 3, 2, 1, and 0. And you find yourself standing as close or as far away as you are comfortable, allowing this event to replay in front of you. Remember, you are not reliving, you are only reviewing this experience. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so you can allow all the images to come. And now, as you're standing close or far to this event, I want you to expand that light that is around you, that healing, protective, loving light that you walked in with. And I want you to push it out and surround this event with that light. Surround it with that healing light, that loving light, that protection. And as you do, the memories, the pain, they just kind of begin to melt away. And you feel this love that you are pushing out from this light. You feel it just enveloping, holding tight to this event, holding you tight in this event, giving you love where you needed it the most. Just really allow this light to dissolve, to melt away all of the pain. Just knowing that it can no longer hurt you. It has long been past. It is long over. And it is time to let it go. And this light just dissolves it all the way down until they're just little tiny grains of sand, no longer memories. And that sand just sinks deep into the earth, gone, far away, no longer able to hurt you or anyone else. And this beautiful, healing, white, loving light surrounds this past version of you. Allow yourself to just feel that love building within you. And anything else that you need to feel, any words that you need to say, you are safe, you are loved, you are worthy. No one can hurt you anymore. You are forgiven. Everything is okay. Whatever it is that you need to hear in this moment, just say it to yourself. Say it to this past life version. And as you do, just really allow this love, this light to flow, to surround this version of you, knowing that you have burned away, you have dissolved away, you have melted away all of that pain. And in place, we are filling it with love, we are filling it with purpose, direction, clarity, wisdom, all of those beautiful things that you want to put in its place. And feel that just rising within you. Feel that positivity rising within you. Feel that love rising within you. As we've cleared those away and added the things that you need instead. And we're going to surround this place with light, with love, with healing, with all of those words that you needed. And you're going to take a step back, and as you step back, you're going to see that this event is no longer connected to you. It is surrounded by a bubble of white light, and as you continue to walk backwards, it gets further and further away, knowing that it is safe now, it is healed now, it is surrounded by love. And now anything that comes from this place will only be that love and only be those words that you give it right now. So we're going to walk back now, further and further, all the way back to that door. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 0 up to 5. And when I reach 5, you're going to be wide awake and fully alert, really allowing yourself all of this healing to really solidify. But first, at 0, we always go just a little deeper, giving yourself one extra big hug, and knowing that that stuff is long gone. Now at 0 and at 1, you're beginning to be aware of your body. 2, you're beginning to be aware of your surroundings. 3, you can wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. 4, eyes beginning to open, and 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Take a nice deep breath in, really filling your lungs with golden white light. And as you exhale, just feel it expanding from your body, from your aura, from your energy field, releasing anything else that has been trying to hold on. Take one more nice deep breath and release. Welcome back. I hope you guys had a beautiful experience. If you want to share it, I'd be more than happy to hear your stories. You can definitely send me a private message. I know I've gone way over, so I'm just gonna go for now. But again, if you want to share your experience with me, please share it in the comments, and I can definitely read through them. Or if you want to send me a private message, I'm more than happy to see that as well. So tomorrow we are going to be awakening some amazing magic within us. Today we just touched very, very, very gently on some traumas, on a little bit of pain, just super gentle stuff. Tomorrow we're going to awaken the good stuff, the magic, the power from our past lives. So a lot of stuff that we're going to do tomorrow, plus the big announcement of the contest prize. So super, super exciting. Amanda, not sure what world I went to. Ooh, you'll have to message me. I'm definitely excited to see what you mean by that. Jay, very interesting. Whitney, I definitely need some more work and meditation. I'd be happy to help you with that, girl. Just send me a message. Absolutely. Well, I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. Tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. UK, 2 p.m. Eastern in the US. And we will be activating all sorts of magic. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me, and I love you. Bye.